Hi, I'm Danny Ecker. In Chicago Business Today, the Big Ten Network. When it debuted in 2007, the idea had its share of skeptics. Many laughed at a channel solely dedicated to content from the nation's oldest collegiate conference. But 3 years into existence, the numbers speak for themselves. The network's profit doubled this year over 2009. Ad revenue rose 30%, and it's now carried in 40 million homes. The early success has surprised some, but not CEO Mark Silverman, who says the concept has a solid foundation.
We're focused on something that's very important, that means something, that has positive connotations, and that is a big enough built-in audience that as long as we do our job right, I always felt that this was something that was bound to be successful.
One key to the network's rapid progress, BTN has retained 90% of its advertising partners, fueling millions of dollars for athletic programs and adding new depth to the Big Ten brand.
I think our advertisers are seeing the value of attaching their brand to a Big Ten brand. The brand that we can provide to them is a certain type of audience. It's a very desirable demographic, and our advertisers have found a significant amount of success by being on our network and reaching those viewers they want to reach.
The Huskers answer back!
Beyond the commercial success, the network's impact is now showing on the field as well. The addition of Nebraska, which provides a new frontier of TV contracts for the network, may have been catalyzed in part by BTN's growing popularity. Silverman says it's the conference itself that spurred realignment, but that the network's contributions, like the $72 million it paid the Big Ten in 2009, didn't hurt.
Your events will be on across the country. Your school will be featured in ways that it's never been featured before across the national landscape. As these schools look to figure out new ways to generate more revenue, expansion is a possible way, and launching networks is a possible way to attain some of that additional revenue.
And in the meantime, while other conferences start to consider giving a network the old college try, Silverman cautions that this business model may not be for everybody.
I always felt the network could work for the Big Ten. I was never really certain, and I'm still not, if a network can work for any other conference. It's a collective group, and we all work towards what's best as a conference overall, not what's best for one school or another school. And I think all those factors need to be weighed and evaluated as to whether you can rely on that to help get the network off the ground, because it is something that's a very challenging effort.
Moving forward, Silverman's next goal is for the network to be in 60 million homes by 2015, and says it all starts with improving and expanding content. They'll launch a new show this fall called the Big Ten Pulse, encouraging its hosts for the first time to get a little more opinionated. Well, that's all for this edition of Chicago Business Today. For more on this story, check out this week's print edition of Crain's or read it on chicagobusiness.com. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.